Hello, welcome to another episode of me, Masi Nyanga, also known as the Fab Philosopher. Thank you for joining me on yet another episode, and as always, let's get right into it. Today we'll be talking about adulting, and if you like today's topic, if you enjoy it, if you learn something, if it keeps you company, kindly like and subscribe. It will be much appreciated. So yes, let's get right into it. We're talking about adulting, and my first video on this channel was, how adulting is a scam. And yeah, it's still a scam that hasn't changed, but we've come with a different perspective. Time tends to do that, experience tends to do that. So we've come with a different perspective on adulting. And we are just going to talk about it today in today's episode. So, yeah, so adulting, basically, it was a scam because personally I thought it would be, a smooth walk down the road. Finish school, get a good job, get married, or, I don't know, start a business, become a billionaire. That was the plan. Yeah, basically, so it was supposed to be like free, smooth flowing. That was not the case. And, yeah, so I've learned a lot throughout the years of being an adult. And by adult here, I mean you are free to make your own decisions. You are in charge of your life. Basically, you are making your own decisions. And this is what I've come to realize is adulting. Adulting is basically you are in charge of your own decisions. You're in charge of you as a person. I know it sounds obvious, but just go with me. So, basically, being an adult means you are your own parent at the same time you are the child. So you are a parent and you are the child. And I have no kids at the moment. Or yet, I don't know. We'll find out in the future. But as of now, it is just me. And the best example I can use is basically how my parents parented me, and they'd say, you cannot go here, we do not know those people, you cannot go for that sleepover, you cannot go for that party, you have to go to school, you have to do this, you have to clean up after yourself. Basically, they were in charge of my decisions when I was a child, and they would control finances, they would control what I ate, what time I ate, who I hung out with, who I could not hang out with, where I could go, where I could not go. So they were in charge of the decisions in my life. But what I have come to terms with, of what I've come to be at peace with, is that as an adult, you are now in charge of those decisions. You decide where you go, you decide who you hang out with, you decide what you eat, what you don't eat, what you do with your time, how you spend it. And for me, that freedom came with a lot of woohoo. I'm free. It's time to do all the things I could not do. But the freedom was also very overwhelming for me because I could now really just do anything. I could go anywhere. I could get a job. I could quit a job. I could basically, all the decisions were on me to just do anything. And for the most part, or for the start of my adulting, I really did not make the best decisions for me. And I came to learn later on that freedom comes with such an immense responsibility, because now you have to decide who you're hanging out with. You have to decide where you're hanging out. You have to decide how your life will be paid for. You have to decide who will be in your life, what your life will be like. So you are in charge of those decisions, and at the same time, you cannot be a parent spoiling their child. So you cannot spoil yourself. Because I really spoiled myself. Like, you want this, we're getting it for you. You want to do this, do it. You want to go there, go. You want to hang out with those people, hang out with them. So I had no boundaries. Just the same way a parent can spoil their child, feeding them everything, letting them go anywhere, hang out with whoever without even, following up. I was like that. Like, I was the parent spoiling the child. In this case, both parties are me. So I would allow myself to do anything, to be with anyone, to just hang around anywhere, because I believed, I'm free now, I can do that. And that is what adulting meant to me at that time. But I have come to learn being an adult means being, the right parent, being the right kind of parent to yourself. So you have to parent yourself. That means you have to love yourself the way a parent loves a child and give yourself enough love. But it also has to be the right kind of love, the right amount at the right time. At the same time, you have to be strict the way a parent is strict with their child. You have to choose the best decisions for yourself the way you would, for your child. So basically, the same way a parent wakes up the child, you have to do that for yourself. You have to wake up on time, you have to show up on time, dressed well, looking good, smelling good, having done your homework. Basically, just the same way your parents will be like, oh, you have to do your homework. Have you done your homework? Have you, have you brushed your teeth? Have you made your bed? Have you had breakfast? All these things, the same way a parent dotes on their child and follows up, a good parent in this case, is the same way as an adult you should do for yourself. You should care about yourself the same way if you had a kid, or if you do have a kid now. The same way you follow up on your kid, or have you eaten, how was school? All those things are the same things you have to do for yourself. So basically, if you're signing your kid's diary, you're seeing what they did in school, you're finding out how their day is going. It's the same exact way with yourself. You have to sit down with yourself, ask yourself, how was your day? What challenges did you face? How did you overcome them? What can you do better tomorrow? So all those things about being an adult start with you. At the same time, you are a master and a servant. Just the same analogy, but different examples. You are your own master, you're your own servant. No one else at this point is, as we said in another video, coming to save you. Like, you are in charge of your own finances. You're in charge of how you're going to eat, where you're going to sleep, how you're going to live. And by being your own master, you cannot be shocked. You cannot be shocked by where you are in life, because those decisions are on you. So if you are not satisfied with where you are in life and you want to do more, believe it or not, you are your own master. You are in control of this ship. So you decide where the ship is going. You decide who is not allowed on the ship. You decide which relations need to be on the ship. So all those decisions are on you. So the reason adulting is still a scam is because we thought that you'll basically have freedom that you didn't have as a child, but still have someone else, in charge of the important decisions and the responsibilities. At least that's what I thought. But adulting is a full-blown endeavor. You are now in charge of yourself 100%. You're in charge of your decisions. You're in charge of your surroundings. You're in charge of your internal peace of mind, your mental health, your physical health. Like, you're literally in charge of everything, of where you go, what you do. And some people, I used to be some people. So at times we are bad parents to ourselves. We allow ourselves to indulge in things we should not be indulging in. We allow ourselves to hang around people who are not good for us. We allow ourselves to just, be too free. We allow ourselves, we allow ourselves all the bad things: junk food, unnecessary information, wasting time, procrastinating. That is being a bad parent to yourself. So just imagine yourself as your child, that if you had a child, how would you want them to behave? And you have to now start calling yourself to action and being, and parenting yourself. At the same time, the same amount of love that you'd give your child, you have to give it to yourself every day. When your child, or when they'd fail at something, or when they'd not succeed, when they'd want to quit or want to give up, what would you tell them? Tell yourself that. So basically, being an adult just means being the best parent to yourself. Like, you have to give yourself all the love, all the care, all the understanding. You have to listen to yourself. You have to come through for yourself. You have to do the action. You have to do the thing. So basically, if you did not watch my first video on adulting, I'll link it at the top here, so you can go check that out and then just see how far we've come, and comment down below on how adulting is going for you, if you're enjoying it, if you're dreading it, if you'd like to go back to being a child. Let me know, and see you on the next video, guys. Bye.